unit, they were following the wanted person in Bethlehem, and they shot a whole car with 4 people and some civilians, and they killed the wanted person. Now, one of those families, one of the young men, he was engaged. After 2 weeks, his fiancée, she carried a bomb, she went to Israel, she was 19, 18 years old, and she was 7 Israeli civilians were killed. So that's what's happened. During that time it was Shalom. He gave the orders to occupy the whole West Bank area again. So they came to Bethlehem, 1st of April, it was 12 o'clock midnight. They came around, we talk about 300 vehicles with the tanks, Apaches. They cut electricity from all directions, Rachel Toon, Cotton Village, Bethel, Bethel, everything. And they started to shoot from the Apaches everywhere. There were some people in the town, fighters, Palestinian from Palestinian Authority, civilian, children. A lot of families, they were watching just like you are watching a movie. They didn't realize it's a real war. And when they came to the town, a lot of families were shot inside their houses. No one knows about them. After 2 weeks, they started to smell bad smell. They destroyed the doors, and they found a daughter with her mom. And I remember I was in the square. I wanted to go back home. The only one thing I remember, I called my mom, and it was not clear. She said, "Don't come back home." What's wrong? I wanted to go back home. She said, "We have soldiers in our house." So the only thing I saw people, they were coming to the church. And just I followed them. This is the only place. We came here, we thought just 1-2 days, and then we can leave. After the second day, another group. The third day, third group. We became 248 people inside. In here, the basilica, the pillars, they used to sleep on the floor. We came here, and at the beginning we thought just like 2 days and we can leave. But Israeli soldiers, when they found that some of the people in here were fighters with machine guns, they started to siege the church and occupy everything else. They put snipers, and they brought 3 high cranes with electronic machine gun, telescope, video camera, whatever. They see you on the screen, they just press the button and they shoot you. And this is how they shot most of the people. The kind of bullets we remember, it was dum-dum. The dum-dum, the one explosive. If they touch you anywhere, then you become dead. Not me. Other people. I do remember, the first one, he was killed on the roof. He was with uniform from National Guard. And he thought that he can find a place, if they want to run away, or can bring food, whatever. He didn't realize there are snipers everywhere. They shot him 1 bullet in his face. He get up on the roof and we brought him to here. It was like a little hole. When we turned his head, it was completely You know, the second one, he was killed in Casanova. That building behind, there is a guest house for the Franciscans. He said, "Oh, for sure I'm going to find food." He went down and accidentally found soldiers. They shot him 2 bullets in his chest. We brought him to here. He was alive, just a few minutes, and he catch from your clothes. "Please, my friend, I don't want to die. Don't leave me. I love you. I want to see my daughter." Just these kind of words. 5 minutes, maximum 10 minutes. You want to help him, you want to give him, you have nothing to give. Bleeding and then passing out. These 2 dead bodies, we started to call the Israeli governor, the Palestinian governor of Bethlehem, who was here, Bethlehem, the governor of Bethlehem. We have the Franciscan father, the director of the Catholic Society, who was here. They started to call the Israeli leaders, and they said, "Oh, we have 2 dead bodies already, finished, just we want to send them to their bodies, they have to bury them, it's kind of respect." They said, no, we don't need them, just keep them inside. There were some equipments in this side, in this corner, musical things from Italy to the church. We took them out, and we cut the boxes, we made 2 coffins, we put them inside. And we covered the hole with wax to prevent the smell, and we kept them inside the church for 15 days inside the church. After that, they started to negotiate, and they said, "Okay, we can take it." The food, it was very complicated. 10 days we got food from the monastery. We had 3 monasteries, and it was okay. But after the 10 days, we started to suffer. We started the first way to move outside from the field of the church between the grass and to bring food. One time, the soldiers, they found a young man in the field and they shot him. And then they found that some people, they help and they bring food to the church. The other way, we start to think how we can do that. One of the Palestinian people in here, he said, "I have my brother, he drives an ambulance car. And the ambulance car, the only people who can move during curfew time. It was curfew the whole week. They just give you like 2 hours in a week. You collect some medicine, food, and that's. If they see you in curfew time, during curfew time, they shoot you. In Beit Sahur, where the hotel, there was an old man in his car driving. He didn't realize. They shot him in his car. It was good, you know. So we talked to the ambulance center. There was no electricity here. We got electricity how? From the towers of the church. It's the same line connected to the Bethlehem municipality. There were soldiers there. At night when they turn on the light, they give us electricity here, but they didn't know. So we put the plug and we started to charge for the father. We called them, they said, okay, we help, but it's curfew time, how we can do? They started to go to the Beit Sahur, where the shepherd's field is, to collect from houses some food, and they put at the medical center. And the ambulance take the food and bring it to here. They put it at the neighbors behind the church. At night, 9, 10 o'clock, young girls, 13, 14 years, they carry the bags and they come walking from house to house, and they throw them from, you know, the roof of the houses to the roof of the church. We did that also 4 or 5 times, but one mistake, the girl, she got scared, she dropped the plastic back in the street. Soldiers, they walk every time, and they found the food. They found that some people, they did it. So they could buy the houses, and they closed everything. On the 28th day, I remember, we got 11 volunteers from peace movements. They gave us some food for a few days, like 3-4 days. But last week, it was terrible. I remember the governor, he told people that those who cannot stand, who cannot stay here, and they feel like they are very tired, they just can open the door and they can go surrender themselves. You know, I remember 26, they took off their clothes, they raised their hand, and they moved outside because they said it's better to be in a jail than to become a dead body. So they were arrested. And 26 were injured, 9 were killed in here, and they took them. And at the end, they started to negotiate. They want to finish the problem. They started to talk through the European Union, CIA of America, with Israel and the United Nations. And they said, we need a list with the names and ID numbers of everyone inside the church. So the CIA of America, they came 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, they took the list. The second day, they decided that some of them were wanted ones. So they decided to transfer 13 to Europe and 26 to Gaza. So those, like the 39, were the more dangerous one, and then they finished the siege of Gaza. So this is what's happened in here. You know, some of the people, like me, they released me. They took me just for some investigation, and then they said, "Oh, go back home." I asked him, "Thank you." He said, "No, go say thank you to US because they said they're building in the US." I said, "Okay, thank you." And after they released me 1 week, they came into my house and they started looking. You know, until 2007, I was arrested.
What?
They arrested me. And yeah, to my house all the time, they give a hard time, my family, my mom, my brothers, you know, and they asked me, I want to stay like 3 years in jail. And my lawyer, he was a Jewish guy, and he said, because you're a Christian, I want to help you. And he started to talk to them, and they said, okay, we will accept like 6 months in prison, but after that, you will pay a lot of money. I pay 70,000 shekels, and then they released me. So 70,000 shekels, we talk about like $20,000. That's what's happened with me. And after that, they put my names on the computer. So no permissions, you cannot go to Israel, you cannot go anywhere, so they've been blacklisted, badly. So this is what's happened with me. Now, and I want to tell you something that for me, I told you that at the beginning, we are all human beings, and I think it's enough. It's not a game. We don't play games. Today you kill one of my family, tomorrow I kill one of your family, so they have to make an end for the whole story. You know, they have to make a better life, a good future. We live in peace, love, respect with everybody, because this is the home, and people, they must respect it. It's very, very important. You know, most of the, by the way, some of the people, they were here also, they're still in prison until this month. That's sad. So this is what's happened in 2002, from 1st of April until 10th of May. The siege of the 50. Okay, let's go now, let's move.
Well,
Yeah.